Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today I'm going to tell you what are the top 10 fragrance on Fragrantica. So if you don't know what is Fragrantica, basically it's a website where you can create an account and review perfumes, say which notes that you smell the most, how long they last, how well they project, a bunch of stuff like that. You can also write a little review kind of in a comment, and basically it also helps you create a wardrobe on every fragrance you have. It can help you with this too. There's a lot of things it can do. It can help you find a fragrance by notes or by popularity, and this is exactly what I'm gonna do. And what I'm doing is simple. I'm gonna go on Fragrantica and I will click on, so I'm gonna choose fragrance that are unisex and male only. Won't go into fragrance for women because I'm a man and I'm talking about men's fragrance, but I'm still gonna go with unisex because it still work for a man. Though I'm looking at it, and in that list, there will be more men's fragrance than unisex. So basically, it will be the most popular fragrance on Fragrantica, with nothing else than just being either unisex or male fragrance. So number 10 is By the Fireplace by Maison Margiela. And this fragrance is really loved by a lot of people. By many, it's considered as the best fragrance from the brand. Sometimes some people will say that it's Jazz Club that is the best, but often it comes as the best fragrance. Also, I know there's a lot of women that enjoy this fragrance more than I hear women talking about Jazz Club. That might explain why it's in number 10. Personally, I smell it on a tester strip. I know it's not the best way to try a fragrance, but I think it was nice, but it was not as crazy as people are saying. I would probably have to try it on my skin to see if it's maybe actually way better than I'm expecting, and maybe I'll do it eventually, but I was not really impressed by this fragrance at the first smell. Number 9 is Eros by Versace, which was also on the list of the most popular fragrance on Amazon. And this fragrance, again, it smells nice, it smells good. It's a clubbing fragrance, I would say. It's kind of the summum of clubbing fragrance right now. There will be other fragrances that are a bit more versatile that maybe men enjoy more, but they're not like really clubbing fragrance. And I think if you're younger, like in your 20s, it's a great fragrance. If you like go clubbing, it's a great fragrance. It does smell good. It's not like the kind of fragrance that I enjoy wearing. I personally think that Eros Slime is better, but anyway, the original Eros is the most popular of all the Eros line. Now, number 8 is Dior Homme Intense, the 2011 edition. And this fragrance, I don't have it. I never tried it on my skin, but I tried it on paper and it looks really nice. I will have to get a decant or something eventually. There's a lot of stuff that is kind of on my list of things I want to smell, I want to review, but this one's good. It's a good one. I would say the whole Dior Homme line is good. I didn't like the coloring so much, but pretty much they are all good. Number 7 is Dior Sauvage, and this one, I think it was really boring, but it's the Eau de Toilette, and I only tried the Eau de Parfum, so maybe it's actually extremely good and the Eau de Parfum is just bad, so I won't go too much into it's not such a nice fragrance, but it's really hype. People like it because it smells good and it's versatile. It does an okay job at pretty much any situation, and some situation can be really good. A lot of people get compliment wearing it, so it's not a bad fragrance. It's just that it smells good and don't bring anything interesting. Number 6 is La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent, and this fragrance smells extremely good. I did a review on this one already. I also did a review on Bleu Electrique, and I believe that Bleu Electrique is kind of the best version of La Nuit de l'Homme. He kind of took all the flaws that was in the fragrance and they improved on it and it became just better fragrance. Still, it's La Nuit de l'Homme that's the most popular. I believe the hype is still there on La Nuit de l'Homme, and not much people, they care about Bleu Electric, but Bleu Electric is way better. But La Nuit also just smells really good. It's just that the projection won't last for super long, and it's a fragrance to wear for other people to smell it too. It's not the kind of fragrance that you just wear for yourself. It's a bit sad that it doesn't last so long. Number 5, it's where things get serious, and it's Club de Nuit Intense Man. And this fragrance, it's a clone of Aventus, and a lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. I think it smells good. I don't get the crazy lemon pledge smell. I get some lemon note into it, but I don't get a lemon pledge note like many people say. I think some people probably do smell a bad lemon note into it, but I believe a lot of people will have bought Aventus and they don't want clone. They don't like clone. Maybe they feel bad that they bought like Aventus for a crazy price, and then they can have for $30 a bottle of something that smells almost the same as Aventus. I never smell Aventus neither, but I think a lot of people will have something psychological that will make them feel it smells bad, and it's not the smell of the fragrance itself. It's more like psychologically people, they have some blockage, and some people, I'm sure, they really don't like the smell, but I think it's not just the smell. Personally, I think it smells really good. I love it. I still have the bottle. I wear it from time to time, especially in winter. I think it's a nice fragrance. Number 4, Acqua di Gio Profumo. And this fragrance, for me, it's the best Acqua di Gio. I'm not a big fan of aquatic fragrance, so it's not the fragrance that I would want a full bottle. I had a little sample. I actually have more than one little sample, and that's just enough for me. And it's crazy to see that it's number 4 in Fragrantica, and still there's a rumor that it will be discontinued. And I saw like someone that sent an email to Giorgio Armani asking if it was discontinued. I don't know like how true this is, but the person from Giorgio Armani said that it's not true, it's not getting discontinued, and I think they might have trouble either getting ingredient or with the production or with distribution. They probably have some problem there that makes it harder for people to get it, and then people imagine that it's getting discontinued, but I don't think it's getting discontinued because it's best Acqua di Gio. It's the most popular on the list. I mean, alongside Profumo, it's the two that people like the most. Would have a big trouble imagining that they will sell like literally their most popular perfume, like they will discontinue it. Number 3 is Aventus by Creed, and this fragrance is really famous. It's crazy that it's the most popular because it's an expensive fragrance, and I would say the top 3 are expensive fragrance, and I never smelled it. Still, I think that a lot of people like it because they paid a lot of money and they invested like both financially and also in their time and everything to like learn about Aventus. It's like there's the different batch and everything. There's kind of a culture behind it, and I think that's why makes it so popular in the list, because I don't think it's as popular as it is in real life. I mean, I never heard of anyone like around me owning Aventus, but I heard about the other one, La Nuit de l'Homme, Sauvage, Club de Nuit Intense Man, Acqua di Gio. All of these I've heard people buying them, but never Aventus. So I think they're part of it why it's so popular and so loved is the investment people have in this fragrance. And to an extent, I would say that the 2 others on the list probably have that effect. And number 2 is Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. And this one, I think it smells extremely good. I remember the first time I smelled it, I was amazed by the smell. It was in an airport. I was just learning about fragrance and everything, and I never heard of Tom Ford before. And I was doing some research on fragrance, and the name of Tom Ford came sometime during the research, but I never found fragrance by them before. So in the airport, I ask for fragrance that smell like tobacco because I wanted to smell tobacco, and this is a fragrance that the person made me smell, and I was surprised it was Tom Ford that I just heard of it. For me, it was unknown, that brand, and it was so good to smell. It smelled like tobacco, but like good tobacco. It's nice and it's sweet. It's great fragrance. I think it's the one that deserves the most its place in the list there. The other one are just hyped fragrance, maybe like by the Fireplace. It's interesting, it's just me that just don't get it. But the other fragrance are just hyped fragrance that gives people compliment. Tobacco Vanille is really interesting and nice. It's a good fragrance. And number one is Baccarat Rouge 540, and I never smelled this fragrance. I know I should probably smell it. A lot of fragrance I haven't reviewed them, and I imagine Baccarat Rouge, especially it's so loved, should probably do a review eventually, but I have never tried it. So, hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, we'll like and share. And if you have an opinion on any of this fragrance, any that you think they're really good or they are really bad, just tell me in the comments. Also, if there's any of these fragrances you have in your collection, you can write it in the comment too. So, thanks for watching and see you soon.